Topic 11: Personnel and Security. Maintaining a secure environment requires that the Information Security Department be carefully structured and staffed with appropriately skilled and screened personnel. It also requires that the proper procedures be integrated into all human resource activities, including hiring, training, promotion, and termination. Selecting an effective mix of information security personnel requires that you consider a number of criteria. Some are within the control of the organization, others are not. In general, when the demand for personnel with critical information security, technical, or managerial skills rises quickly, the initial supply often fails to meet it. As demand becomes known, professionals enter the job market or refocus their job skills to gain the required skills, experience, and credentials. To move the information security discipline forward, the general management community of interest should learn more about the requirements and qualifications for both information security positions and relevant IT positions. Upper management should learn more about information security budgetary and personnel needs. The IT and general management communities of interest must grant the information security function and CISO an appropriate level of influence and prestige. When hiring information security staff at all levels, organizations frequently look for individuals who understand how organizations are structured and operated, recognize that information security is a management task that cannot be handled with technology alone, work well with people in general, including users, and communicate effectively using both strong written and verbal communication skills. Acknowledge the role of policy in guiding security efforts, and understand the essential role of information security education and training, which helps make users part of the solution rather than part of the problem. Organizations also look for individuals who perceive the threats facing an organization, understand how these threats can become transformed into attacks, and safeguard the organization from information security attacks, that understand how technical controls can be applied to solve specific information security problems. They can demonstrate familiarity with the mainframe information technologies, including DOS, Windows, Linux, Unix, and I would also argue Mac, Chrome, iOS, Android, and others, and also understand IT and information security terminology and concepts. Information security positions can be classified into one of three areas: those that define, those that build, and those that administer. Definers provide the policies, guidelines, and standards. They are the people who do the consulting and risk assessment and develop the product and technical architectures. They often are senior people with a broad knowledge but not a lot of depth. Builders are the real techies, the ones who create and install security solutions. Administrators are the people who then operate and administer the security tools, the security monitoring function, and they work on continuously improving the processes. This is where the day-to-day hard work is done. The CISO, or Chief Information Security Officer, is typically considered the top information security officer in the organization. Although the CISO is usually not an executive-level position and frequently reports to the CIO unless the organization employs a CISO. Although these individuals are business managers first and technologists second, They must be conversant in all areas of information security, including technology planning and policy. The most common qualifications for the CISO include the Certified Information Systems Security Professional, CISSP, and the Certified Information Security Manager, CISM, certifications. A graduate degree in business, technology, criminal justice, or another related field is usually required as well. A candidate for this position should have experience in security management as well as in planning policy and budgets. In addition to taking on these roles and responsibilities, CISOs should practice the following key principles to shape their career. Practice business engagement by building professional relationships with key stakeholders in the organization. Focus initiatives on what is learned. Knowledge gained becomes a tool in developing and prioritizing efforts for the information security department. Align target and time initiatives. Convey resource availability and constraints to the organization to maintain support and confidence. Deliver services. Maintain a professional sales and service perspective to enhance the organization's opinion of the information security department's value. Establish and maintain credibility. Promote the value of the information security department, its skill, expertise, and quality of efforts. And manage relationships. Understand the decision makers in the organization and cultivate professional relationships with them. A security manager is accountable for the day-to-day operation of all or part of the information security program. They accomplish objectives identified by the CISO and resolve issues identified by the technicians. Security managers are often assigned specific managerial duties by the CISO, including policy development, risk assessment, contingency planning, and operational and tactical planning for the security function. Management of technology requires an understanding of the technology that is administered, but not necessarily proficiency in its configuration, operation, or fault resolution. It is not uncommon for a security manager to have a CISSP or CISM. These individuals must have experience in traditional business activities, including budgeting, project management, personnel management, and hiring and firing. They must be able to draft middle and lower level policies as well as standards and guidelines. Several types of information security managers exist, and the people who fill these roles tend to be much more specialized than CISOs. A security technician is a technically qualified individual who may configure firewalls and IDPSs, implement security software, diagnose and troubleshoot problems, and coordinate with systems and network administrators to ensure that security technology is properly implemented. The role of security technician is a typical information security entry-level position, albeit a technical one. Like network technicians, security technicians tend to be specialized, focusing on one major security technology group and then further specializing in a particular software or hardware package within the group. The technical qualifications and position requirements for a security technician vary. Organizations typically prefer expert certified proficient technicians. Job requirements usually include some level of experience with a particular hardware and software package. Sometimes familiarity with a particular technology is enough to secure an applicant an interview. However, experience using the technology is usually required.